Hello and welcome again to another Albion Online Dev Talk. The dust has barely settled from the Crystal Raiders update we launched at the beginning of 2024, and now, less than 2 months later, it's already time to introduce the next update. Albion's new update schedule is quite a change of pace, but we are very excited to keep pushing forward and we can't wait to share what's coming next. Before we get to that, however, I want to talk about the previous update for a moment. In Crystal Raiders, we introduced new guild season rewards, territory rating, new territory control and hideout attack costs, a daily might bonus, and more. We've been monitoring the impact of these changes and have observed increased Outlands activity and a higher diversity of guilds active in the Outlands, which makes us very happy. At the same time, seeing raiding in action confirmed what we suspected all along. Defending from raids is difficult, in particular for smaller guilds. And this is exactly where Albion's next update comes in. Albion's next major update, launching before the start of the next season, will be called Foundations. And it will contain a major overhaul of territories, adding the option of upgrading your territory defenses into mighty fortifications and gaining additional benefits from territory control. Guilds will be able to build and improve fortified walls and gates in territories, which will then hold attackers at bay during raid or territory conquest battles. Different tiers of wall mean a harder time to break through them and more time for the defenders to rally their forces and rain down death on the attackers from the safety of their walled territory. Territory guards will also be reworked, and guilds will be able to upgrade these to unlock new guard abilities and aid in the territory defense. There are many reasons why we think fortifications will be a great addition for the game. The upgrade process, which largely costs stone, will help the ailing stone economy. And the guards and walls will be a significant aid when trying to hold off raiders and territory attackers. Most importantly though, fortifications mean that no two territory fights should play out the same, as your strategies and tactics will depend on the choices the defender made during the upgrade process. It is up to them to choose which upgrades to prioritize, as you can't simply upgrade the entire fortification at once, and defenses will reset when a territory gets conquered and at the end of the season. This should lead to more varied territory raiding and battle experience, and we're very excited to expand upon that system with more choices for attackers and defenders in the future. All in all, the Foundations update will lay the, foundations for adding true siege battles to Albion Online. To add additional justification to spending resources on upgrading your defenses, the value of territories will improve to include a daily reward chest. The contents of this chest are generated based on the player activity in the local and neighboring clusters. So controlling a territory with plenty of high-value player activity is key to maximizing this reward. This new system encourages guilds to actively play within proximity of their own territories, but it also creates an incentive for territory owners to stop attacking every player doing PvE near their territories. It might possibly even bring them to protect such players from would-be attackers. The Foundations update, of course, also brings the next batch of crystal weapons, as well as the long-awaited spectator mode for custom matches, which allows anyone to run and spectate their own custom match battles in Albion Online. Players could use this to build their own community-run tournaments. There's plenty more to talk about the update and the fortification system, but both will be covered in their own dedicated dev talk as we get closer to the release of the Foundations update in April 2024. Before I go though, let me tell you a little about our other update plans. Beyond spring, we want to return our focus to other features than guild warfare. Of course, we'll keep on improving the raiding and fortification features down the line, and new crystal weapons will continue to flow in, but we want to dedicate at least one update to general game improvements for existing features before we get into another large feature. If you have suggestions for what you want to see us tackle in that update, please comment below and upvote any suggestions you like. We'd really love to work on the things you want to see most. After that, we're going to turn our attention to the next big thing for Albion Online. But that's a story for another Dev Talk. Stay tuned.